Now that the rack is ready, let's get some Cisco networking devices on this rack so that we can start configuring them, setting them up. So I'm going to get one router and one switch. So the first switch, I'm going to go to network devices on the left, and I will select the model 2960 switch. Left click and place it on the rack. Left click. Initially, you'll see in Cisco Packet Tracer, once you mount the network device, in this case a switch, on the rack, a power distribution also is mounted. This power distribution is essentially a power strip or an extension that connects to the wall and allows you to connect multiple devices, Cisco devices or other brand, to it. It has one screw on the right and one on the left here to bolt it to the rack. Similarly, the switch also has these brackets on the left and right, and it has screws inside of them that attaches it to the rack so that it is held up. The next thing I'm going to do is go into network devices again. This time I'm going to move to routers on the left, and I will select a 2911 router, and I will place it over here. Now, you will notice that these devices don't have screens, keyboards, and mice. In order to interact with it, you will need to get your laptop or desktop, which has a screen, keyboard, and mouse, and get a connection, a cable to connect to one of these interfaces, specifically the console port or console interface, which is designed to allow you to configure the device from your laptop, which has a screen, keyboard, and mouse. Although this is a computer, it is not designed to have its own screen, keyboard, and mouse. So I'm going to need a computer, so I will grab a laptop and I will place it. In fact, let me move these further down. Because I want them to be closer to the laptop. First thing is, let's place a table here. Top right corner, left click on this create new table. Okay, now we have a table. Next, I'm going to go to the bottom left, go to end devices, left click, and I will select a laptop. Left click, and I will place the laptop on the table. I will click above the table area, and the laptop appears on the table. Next, I want to connect this laptop to this router and start navigating it. I want to operate it using the Internetwork operating system, the Cisco Internetwork operating system, iOS. In order to do that, I need a special cable called a console cable. So I'm going to go to connections. We'll go to the menu here, and I see console. If you look down here, there's a description of each and every one of these. We want the far left one that says console. Left click. This laptop has an RS-232 port, also known as a serial port. I will hover the mouse over it and left click to make sure it's connected. Let me zoom in a bit. Let's zoom in a little more so we can see the router. The router also has a console port on the front of it, right here. This 2911 router has a console port on the front. Sometimes it's on the front, sometimes it's on the back. In this case, it's on the front. I will left click, and now we have cable going from the laptop to the router. Next is we need to access the screen of the laptop. So what I just did was I left clicked the laptop, and this pops up, this menu pops up. Now, physically, there are tabs on the top that tells you what you're looking at. So the physical is what I'm looking at from this tab, but I want to look at the screen. To look at the screen of the laptop, you go to desktop, the desktop tab. Now you see the screen and all the graphical user interface icons and features that you can interact with. The feature I want to use is terminal. In real life, you use a terminal application running on your computer. One of the